Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will explain to you how to make a very beautiful baby blanket that I prepared with spaghetti, that is baby cotton yarn. Look at a three-dimensional example. I want to show you the model closely. The edge decoration is exactly the same as the model. It is beautiful and it is a very enjoyable production. Check it out. I want to show it on the other side right away. I hope the size is clearly understood. Its texture has become so soft that it becomes a little softer with this model because we are doing a 3D work. Look, it has a soft texture, an example of a wonderful blanket for your babies. You can make not only baby blankets but also bed runners. You can also prepare sofa throws or a larger size blanket. You can even knit scarves and shawls with it. You can also make throw pillows or something. A very good example. In fact, it is very similar to the example we call C2C, from corner to corner, but its construction is slightly different. Look, the color of the rope can be seen better this way. I will also add the link to the color I used in the description section below. You can access it by clicking there. The size of my blanket was 70 by 70 centimeters. I used a total of 10 balls of yarn in this size. Look at the yarns I used. I want to show you closely. You can see the color I used. There are many different color options. Spaghetti Yar's baby cotton yarn is on spaghettiyar.com. You can also look at different color options by visiting the address. By the way, I would like to share a nice discount news from Spaghetti Yar, special for my subscribers. You can complete your shopping with a 10% discount with the Gulkan 10 code, which you can use for purchases of 300 TL or more from spaghettiyar.com. This beautiful discount includes spaghetti, meaning a lot for the family. Thank you. Before moving on to our recipe, I would like to make a small request from you. You can subscribe to our channel for free. I would be really happy if you like the video and leave your comments. Let's move on to our recipe. I used spaghetti oil baby cotton yarn for my section. I want it right away. Let me share it with you. Its content is 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. It weighs 50 grams. It is 120 meters long. Look at its texture. I want to show it up close. It has a soft texture. It is very comfortable to dye on. And as I said, it has many different color options. I want to show you the texture closely as it is available. Look like this. While working with this yarn, while knitting this model, my crochet number was 3.5 millimeters. Sometimes I determine the crochet number according to the model. It is also worth mentioning this. You can adjust your own crochet number according to the thinness and thickness of your own yarn, the density and looseness of your knitting. The crochet number I will use now will be 3.5 millimeters. First, we start with the chain. Here is our first chain. After making the lock, we prepare our starting chains to be a little looser than the setting we knitted. I will not make too many chains, as I will describe a small example here, but I told you at the beginning how many models I worked on in the big blanket and the measurement in centimeters. We get a blanket measuring 70 centimeters. I pulled the chain about 80 centimeters. The model is an example that gathers a little bit. You can pull your chain about 15 to 20 centimeters too much. After knitting the first row, measure approximately 5 centimeters more than the desired measurement. You can adjust it to the size you want. Now, when I build the model, we don't bother counting the chains at all since we built the model here first. If there is any remaining chain, we will remove it by cutting or disassembling it. Now here is our chain a little bit like this. Let's shoot. Now we will describe a small example. Here I fill the beginning of the crochet hook and leave the 1, 2, 3, 4 chains at the beginning. I'm sinking into the 5th chain. I remove the noose. Look, I have 3 stitches and I'm filling them. First, I shoot the first one alone. I'm filling up, I wrap them both together again. In this model, we will work on a triple handrail by knitting both of them together. We accept a handrail in the first 4 chains. We got around. We immediately sink into another chain. We sink and make a loop. We wrap the first one again. We wrap the 2 together again. We knit the 2 together. We started with 3 handrails at the beginning. We draw a chain. We fill the crochet to the beginning, skipping a chain at the bottom. We sink into another chain and knit this triple handrail. If you think I knitted it too fast, you can start the video, or vice versa. You can speed it up. We fill the crochet to the beginning and sink into another chain and knit a triple crochet again. We have made 2. Now we will complete these 4. We are preparing our 4 side-by-side triple crochet points, and now I am knitting the 4th. Look, when I start, I knit 3 crochets with the chain. We left a chain in between, a chain at the bottom. We knitted 1, 2, 3, 4 triple handrail groups. We draw a chain and wrap it around. We skip a chain and sink into another chain and knit 4 triple handrail groups side by side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look, when we started the model here, we started with 3. Then there is a chain in between, 4 handrails, 1 chain, 4 handrails. You need to knit like this until you reach the size you want. I made 2 or 3 in total, together with the triple handrail group at the beginning. Look, now the big blanket is in the middle. I prepared 33 of these samples. The victim gave me 70 centimeters and collects them in the next row. It is also worth mentioning that by measuring 15 centimeters more than you want. If you will adjust the model in centimeters in the first row, I recommend you to do it that way by measuring 15 centimeters more. Now look, I am the group of 3 at the beginning. Then I count the groups of 4 and I get 33 groups in total. Together with the first 3 and the last dot, this gave me a measurement of 70 centimeters. As I said, now that we have described it in a small example, how do we continue from now on? A chain 4, a handrail, a chain 4. We will finish the row by continuing in the form of a handrail. Now we will make the last point. For this, I draw a chain again, and now I knit 3 handrails. We added a chain, one by the other, and we knit 3 double handrail groups side by side. And here I draw a chain like this, so that there is not too much space in between. Look, after a chain, I sink into the next chain. Look, there is a triple handrail group at the end and the beginning. Look, there are 3 triple handrail groups. After a chain, I immediately sink into the next chain and knit a single needle. Look, we will finish with single crochet. What are we doing now? We pull 1, 2, 3, 4 chains and turn our knitting. And look, what we need is this 1 chain space. I'm stuffing it into my crochet hook. I'm sinking into the gap of a chain in between. I removed the noose. Your principle is 1. We knit 2 of them together, a triple handrail, and fill them together. Second triple handrail in the same space. As we begin, we will start with a group of 3 handrails each time. We accept a handrail again in the leading chain. Now let's move on to building our model. There are 3 handrails in front of us. Look, we are skipping 1 or 2 of this banister. We are sinking into the third one from the front. Look, we are sinking directly by placing its body on our awl and sinking its body from the front. Look, we couldn't get over our heads. Skip 1 or 2 here and go to 3. The body of the handrail sinks like this and we take out a loop from here. We have 2 stitches. We knit single crochet by wrapping the crochet around the head. After knitting single crochet, 1, 2, 3 chains, wrap the crochet around the head. By the way, look, we have a chain gap behind. We knit 3 triple handrails in this 1 chain gap. 1, 2, and after 3, 4 handrails welcome us here. Now we skip the first 2. Now here we skip 1, 2, 3, and the 4th. That is, we always sink the handrail before the chain. Look, here I immediately sink into the previous handrail before the chain, and then I remove the stitch from here and knit a single crochet directly to this point. 1, 2, 3 chain. I come to the space of 1 chain. The rest is right behind it. Here are 3 triple handrails. We knitted 2, 3, 3 triple handrails. See what I do next. After the handrail, I immediately throw 1 or 2 or 3 of the 4 handrails, inserting the 4th one from the front, like this. Then 1, 2, 3. I fill the chain with the chain, sinking into the space right behind it, and knitting 3 triple handrails into this gap. See what we do when we reach the end of the row. We immediately leave 2 handrails, and there is a chain point here. Trabzon's wide gap is not directly like this. Look directly, like this, sink directly, and immediately remove the stitch and single needle. We finish this point with, look, we have prepared the second row in this way. Now actually the same example will continue. Our model consists of only 1 row. At the beginning we prepare quadruple handrail groups. Then the process we always do in this second row will repeat itself. The point that needs to be taken into consideration here is the ending and the beginning. After the single crochet, we pull a 12-34 chain and turn the knitting music. We wrap the crochet around the head. Now look. By the way, there is no point for a chain. It is like the point where we first started. Now what do we need to do here? we are sinking into this chain gap at the bottom of the single needle. Look, I am sinking into the wide gap, immediately into the gap at the bottom of the single needle. I removed the first stitch. I knit 2 triple handrails at this point by knitting 1 and 2 together. I lengthen my stitches a little bit so that these edges don't get tight. Look, I lengthen the stitches a little bit so that these edges don't get tight. We still accept 1 handrail in 4 chains. Look, we started with 1 or 2 or 3 handrails. We are greeted by 3 handrails. Look at the third one, that is, we sink into the last one from the front, remove the stitch directly and knit a single crochet. After the single crochet, we fill in 1, 2, 3 chains. Look at the 3 chain gap at the back. We have sunk into a 1 chain gap at the bottom. Now the points we will sink from now on are the 3 chain points. Come to the point where those 3 chains are and come into the gap. We are knitting 3 triple handrail groups side by side in the same space. Look, 3 chains, 3 triple handrails, then what are we doing? Another model comes, 1 or 2, and the third one, that is the last handrail, sinks from the front and knits a single crochet into the body. After the single crochet, 3 chains and 3 triple handrails in the 3 chain space right behind. 2, 3 handrails, the last one is single crochet from the front, then 3 chains, and we knit 3 triple handrail groups in the 3 chain space. When we come to the end of the row, look at the same finish here. Without touching the 2 handrails, look at the chain space, dive directly like this and complete the row with 1 single crochet. We're finishing it. Look, it looks like this. I hope you can understand the size. I said it's a 3-dimensional example. Now I'm pulling a 1, 2, 3, 4 chain and turning my knitting. I'm wrapping it around the beginning of the hook. Look, we're sinking into the 4 chain spot in the bottom row of the single needle every time. It is useful to lengthen it so that the edges do not get tight. I knit 2 triple handrail groups in this way, including the first chain. There are 3. Then look, the same process. There are 3 handrails. We insert the last one from the front and knit a single needle. After the single needle, we have 3 chains, 3 triple handrails in the space of 3 chains. 3. Look, the same process again. We will continue like this from now on. We will knit 3 chains and 3 handrail groups in the space of 3 chains. It's going very enjoyable. It ends too quickly. A quick example. It also has a soft texture. I think it is a good example, especially for baby blankets. We have come to the final point in a very nice and soft texture. We sink into the white space again, pull a single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and turn our knitting. Again, we start by knitting 2 triple crochet groups at the point at the bottom of the single crochet, and together with the first one, it becomes 3. Immediately insert the new handrails, and look, it is always the same way. We are moving forward. Now we will make the edge decoration with the exact same model. Let me show you this way. Let's knit a little in the form of a frame. 1, 2, 3, I am knitting this triple banister group. It is very enjoyable to knit. Look at how the thread slides with the crochet. It really does not want to let go of the thread. It always continues in the same way, even when we reach the final point. This point is finished with single crochet. Now look, we have finished our row with single crochet here. I want to make the frame point at this point. We will continue with the same knitting. Look, we are actually doing the first row of edge decoration because we will do the same process on the edges. How is it possible? After the single crochet, we chain 1, 2, 3 and knit 3 triple crochet groups right into the chain space. 2, 3. Then look at the next one. I'm going directly into the chain space and knitting a single crochet. I chain 1, 2, 3 and knit 3 triple handrail groups into this gap again. Look at it exactly the same way. The pattern repeats itself. Then let's remember right there in the corner, there was a chain gap here. I sink into this point and knit single crochet. Then I make a 1, 2, 3 chain and knit 3 triple handrail groups into this gap. I am knitting. There is a difference at the starting point. I will show you exactly how I did it. Now look at this point. There are 3 handrails. I did not work on the gaps of a chain right now because when we work here, the handrails have huge openings. I don't want that. So what did I do? I just passed the 3 handrails over there. Because I worked here, there is a group of 4 handrails here. I have attached the first one from the front like this. Look, because we apply it to the edge in the same way in the first row and during the finishing of the model, I wanted to do the same thing on this side as well. After knitting single crochet here, I made a 1, 2, 3 chain and worked on the point I opened between this handrail and this triple handrail group. Tie the 3 handrail groups, 1, 2, 3, 3. A more beautiful view was obtained. What did I do next? After the triple handrail group, I never touched the 3 here. After a chain, I inserted the handrail from the front and pulled a single crochet 1, 2, 3 chain. Look at the gap right now. At this point, I knitted 3 triple handrail groups. And look, I will do the same process here again in the corner here. I come here 1 to 23. I immediately sew the handrail that comes after the 3 handrails. I immediately knit 3 handrail groups in the gap between. The edge decoration is really easy. It is exactly the same as the model, only the one we will sink. The places are different. Look now, the corner chain points welcome us. There are a couple of points here. Of course, when you do it, it will be wider, but at this point you can start working directly. The chain sank into the point and we attached it here with a single needle. 3 chains, immediately 3 handrail groups. I knit it like this. When you hold it in your hand, you will easily see where to look. Another point, single crochet, then 3 chains and 3 triple crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now look here, the first row of the model, what am I doing? I'm finishing here. I'm dipping into the rope part like this. I'm shifting at this point and we make a chain like this, break the rope here and hide the rope. Lastly, you can also remove the leftover chain here or cut it with scissors and hide the rope at the back. Look, we have made an edge frame like this. I showed you in detail with a small example. In this way, we complete our blanket by making a frame. Look at the back and front. It looks like this. Our recipe was like this. I hope you like it and try it too. I wish good luck to those who will do it. Don't forget to like our video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye until we see you in the next video.